As with the testimony of General Khumalo, at the time of depositing this affidavit, I had not been finished with the written statement or the complete transcript of this witness evidence before the commission. I have accordingly been prejudiced in that I have not been in a position to properly consider or analyze this evidence in its entirety. I ought to have been afforded the opportunity to forensically assess this witness testimony, particularly in light of the evidence that there exists a 6-hour recording of Matlala recorded pursuant to his arrest. Failure to make this recording available has materially prejudiced my ability to properly consider, analyze, and respond to the allegations arising from the testimony, notwithstanding that I have been implicated therein. After the witness completed his or her testimony, I specifically contacted my attorney to request the full recording referred to in that testimony. Said correspondence addressed to the commission by my attorneys is attached here to mark SS34. That recording has not been made available to me. I have no evidence as to how this recording was extracted or obtained. No information has been disclosed regarding its provenance. The circumstances under which it was recorded, the device from which it was sourced, or the manner in which it was preserved. There has likewise been no disclosure of any chain of custody, nor any assurance that the recording is complete, unaltered, or accurately reflects the original content. In these circumstances, the alleged recording is inherently unreliable. Its existence and purported content raises serious concerns as to authenticity, accuracy, and integrity, including whether it may have been edited, selectively presented, or otherwise manipulated. Absent proper disclosure and independent verification, it cannot reasonably be relied upon as evidence against me. Furthermore, I categorically deny that I have ever received, solicited, or accepted any form of gratification, inducement, benefit, or kickback from Matlala for any other from any other person. Any suggestion to the contrary is false, unfounded, and devoid of any factual basis. It is untrue that now I need the chairperson and the commissioner's guidance. I don't want to call this name. In the meantime, it was witness so-and-so, and then tomorrow it will be like I exposed a name. I just want to get the guidance from the commission.
General, Ms. Bowe, please do not show this part of the, there are so many. I see also in 221.
Chair, it is redacted in the version that's going to be flighted.
General, may you please refer to witness F?
I will do so. Yes. I'm reading where I hope I won't make a mistake somewhere, but I saw it the first time. I hope I won't make the mistake, Chair.
Yes. All right, now, please continue, General.
Thank you.
Well spotted, General.
On the other hand, just to ask one question, because of the fact that that video is on TV, and then if I refer to witness I'm still in even saying this is the person. So I don't know. If the chairperson say move, I'll move.
Just continue, and when we get there, you see the difficulty is, and the reality is. So in a sense, it's. Let me not use the word I almost used.
I have a suggestion, Chair.
Yes.
According to my statement, this is the person that I'm talking to. But whichever witness XZ remain witness XZ. And it does not necessarily mean that witness XZ, it is the person that I'm talking about here. So as to make things easy. Otherwise, I will be then exposing him, even if I say witness so-and-so, they will say, oh, this is the same person. That's my suggestion, Chair.
Just use F. We do have the difficulty that everybody knows we have, but just say witness F.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Chair.
For what it's worth.
It is untrue that Sergeant Witness F works under my command or that he acted as a middleman for the passing of money to or through me. Whilst Witness F falls within my broader portfolio, he does not report to me. He is several levels below me in the organizational hierarchy and has a direct line manager to whom he reports, which is not me. However, I want to make a statement that says I don't distance myself from being close to him. It is correct that Witness F and I have a close personal relationship. However, the relationship does not translate into, nor does it evidence any corrupt, improper conduct. In particular, it does not mean that Witness F acted or could have acted as an intermediary through whom I receive any illicit fund. It is notable that I am not the only senior SAPS official with whom Witness F has a close personal relationship. Despite this, I am the only individual singled out in an apparent attempt to advance a narrative of impropriety. This is especially striking given that Witness F is equally, if not more closely associated with other senior officials, including General Senthumule, and General Mkwanazi, yet no similar allegations have been leveled against them. I have pictures, bike riding, I have birthday parties where Witness is together with these colleagues that I've mentioned. He's very close. He's a biker. He's a kind of a person, not because of his rank. He's a supportive person. When you have death case in the family, he's one of those people who will say, how can I support? I will come and also support. Or if it's a person that you get used to because he assists. He will assist. He will come to you and say, I know you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm making myself available to assist. So you get used to such a person. We do have such people, all of us, in our lives. In page 222, in fact, to my knowledge, Witness F and General Senthumule are known to socialize and engage in recreational activities together, including biking towards over the weekend. I do have a video material that I can actually play if needs be, but I do have it. That shows the relationship and how close they are. And then even in a party, birthday party where they are together, I do have those. It may not necessarily be to put because it will expose, but I do have such now. This further illustrates that witness F maintains close personal relationship with a number of senior SAPS officials, and that my association with him is neither unique nor indicative of any impropriety. The selective focus on my relationship with witness F is therefore unfounded, indicative of a prejudicial and misleading inference. Likewise, as with the testimony of General Kumolo, I reserve my right to supplement this affidavit upon being finished with the alleged record, as well as the written statement and the full transcript of the witness testimony. Now, I'm about to leave General Kumalo's part and then go now to General Senthumule's part. There are things that I feel that I noted that I must also bring to the fore, where I made notes on the side. So I needed to hear from my council chair, because he said this morning she advised me and said, I saw, or I was advised that you have 1, 2, 3, 4 that you want to mention. Don't mention it before you discuss it with me. So I will rather maybe proceed, and then maybe at break, then she will advise me. But I do have my minutes that I made, so as not to deviate from the statement and waste time. Thank you very much, Judge.
Thank you.
General Senthumule's testimony. At the time of depositing to this affidavit, I had not been finished with the written statement and the incomplete transcript of General Senthumule's evidence before the Commission. I have accordingly not been in a position to properly consider or analyze her evidence in its entirety. In the circumstances, I respectfully reserve my right to supplement this affidavit and to deal fully with General Senthumule's evidence once the written statement and full transcript have been made available. Notwithstanding the above, I wish to draw the Commission's attention to General Senthumule's public criticism. During her testimony before the Commission of the disbandment of the Pktt and the withdrawal of the 121 dockets. However, on numerous occasions during telephonic conversation between General Senthumule and myself prior thereto, she was openly critical of the Pktt. Especially, I recall a particular telephone conversation in which General Senthumule expressed the view that the Pktt was untouchable and alleged that, in her opinion, the task team was being used to siphon the budget allocated to it. She further indicated that she did not believe that the Pktt genuinely engaged in effective policing or delivering meaningful investigative outcome. I was also able to retrieve a
General, sorry to interrupt, but again, for the record, I must point out that you did provide the Commission again on Monday with 2 annexures, SS 41 and 42, and you requested that they be read together with this paragraph that you just read out, section 228. I'm just putting that on the record.
I was able to retrieve a recording of this conversation from my device, and I finished a copy thereof to my attorneys for forward transmission to the Commission. I wanted to play that recording, to request that it be played. It's not long, but I know that the kind of a person who came here before the Commission and testified, and I want the Commission to hear the same person, the different language the same person is now talking. I don't know if I should continue reading.
We'll play the audio clip, but there is also a transcript of the audio clip, and that's at SS 47. If I can just SS 40, I'll just locate the file now, Commissioner Below. file 2A.
Said SS47.
It's, apologies, Commissioner Below, it's SS42. Page 627.
Please play the clip.
Now, that is not the and I'm giving my own opinion.
Yeah.
Under the guise of this task team.
Nathi sikhona lapha
Honestly.
siyaphandwa lapha siyaphenywa lapha.
Yeah, and ngiyacabanga ukuthi Natali, I'm sure we're busy because this is where these things are cooked. What I find embarrassing, and when I talk to people, sometimes they are complicit to crime being committed.
Yeah.
Which are being complicit because ne le mfana beka constable nini ngisayihafti ngoba warrant ngoba captain seka colonel but uhamba la khamba khona uLucky
uLucky ulomubi
uLucky umkhona so at some point there was into ngathi bayarelate bayafana futhi ngathi they relate
fana nomkhwanazi
yeah kakhulu futhi so
and uyena lo suspect ukuthi uthathe imali
hayi ukuthi suspect uye lo NPA ethatha imali but
ngithumela ushabalala
manje into engayi-understand ne ukuthi abakhuluma like bakhuluma ngathi benza into ezi-right like mina kuthi general ngafunda ukuthi uba yisilima kuyanceda yabona ngoba mawusuka ubabonisa ukuthi uyabona kula wenza khona izitha so rather abacabanga ukuthi uhleli la abacabanga ukuthi uhleli khona but it's the same young Khumalo busy. I asked him the other day ngimbonise ngathi ufunani wena la bathi ngimkuthathe ngathi uwacishe ngawo cishe ngathi hawu so umkhwanazi ukuthumele ngala
ugijima ngami lo
so uthunyiwe because trust me at some point he was his driver ne mara ukuthi nje yela ungambona ufana noLucky at some point I can't remember wathi no ngathi bayahlobana yabona so I understand ukuthi le team wayengakhona ukuma sorry but it is because khona udoti nje abawupushayo that I can tell you because yini into enzima that's why ngithi that tomorrow sibize ukuthi ama-docket if ase-court there's no need for team ukuthi hlala yenzani if case ye-court niyabizwa niyasapuna nama-witnesses you understand niya on that day hayi ukuthi kumele lihlale ngathi nilinde
I think uconsulte noLucky wathi no ama-docket wamalethela kini
but akakwazi angisho kune-instruction general
ukuthi aye kuwe
yes
yebo
so which is why ngithi mina yabona ukuthi without ukuthi siveze ukuthi mina ngime kuphi asiyenza ofta ukona usibize nje uthi hayi na instruction general Senthumule give me feedback yebo
yeah ngizombiza but angithi uzongitshela nje anginikeza i-excuse ukuthi akekho local or ukuphi angithi ubonile ukuthi yena siya-attenda wonke umuntu uyattenda yena akaveli yena
ufonile nje ubaletha ama-dockets ngathi mina sonke base size college onunkulu wathi yena hayi uke uhlale e-ofisini ngathi mina hey bomnandi ngoba wena uvunyelwe uyabona
yena ubhizi uyazi ngokutshela babhizi bagijima ngami left right and center hot monitoring basizama amafoni wami ngapha nangapha ngiyathola konke lokho yabo
But in the ebuhlungu generally, ukuthi umgodi mina ngafunda ukuthi umgodi mawugubha akungeni lo mgubhela ungena wena.
iproblem ukuthi ngihlala nomphathi wami ongathi akazi lutho kodwa uyazokungibuya. Ngicela ukuphendula lokho lengenayo tu.
Okay, Jimel. Mina tekele sharp.
Thank you very much, Commissioners. When she says umene tekela, she's actually saying, referring to the National Commission, and say the National Commissioner imene. I do have another recording, but I don't think it's necessary to play it because it has got also another language used by her. But it's a recording. If the commissioners want to have it, it's available to have it. So I just wanted to show that one moment she was saying, when she speaks about General Mkwaneza, say ushamas, we bambishisa, wenza so. In the meantime, on the other hand, this is the language that she speaks to me as we speak. So, and the reason why I recorded something that led to this is that the National Commissioner gave me information about what she said about me. And she said, you can go ask her. And then in going to confront her, I realized that if I were to go confront her, she might come back and say, I came to threaten her, I did this and I did that. And so I realized that that might be dangerous. So I went straight home. When I'm at home, because the National Commission said, you can ask her. She was sitting here where you are sitting in a private jet and said she was sitting there and she said 1, 2, 3. So as a result of that, I called her, but I chose to make sure that at least let me record the conversation so that tomorrow, even when she makes allegations, I'm protected. That's the sole reason why I had to record that. But I will move on now. Now,
General, let's just place is the date, look at the first page, at page 626 of the transcript. Is the, SS42. Is the date recorded there, to your recollection, the date of the discussion between you and General Senthumule?
It has got the date on it, the recording.
It's this is in file 2A, page 626, SS42. And then there's recorded at and then date held. So I wanted to know if you confirm that that's the date you had the discussion with General Senthumule.
That's the date because I see the verse number.
Please read the date into the record.
This is to certify.
Not just the date, just
or the
read
date.
The date. Yes.
Or the date, it will be on the 23rd of 4/2025.
Thank you, General.
That's all.
And that was the date on which you had this conversation with General Senthumule?
I take it because I know it from my phone. There's got the date now. I see the date. I confirm. If this date that I see here is that what is in the recording, I confirm.
Well, can you, in the adjournment, just double check that that is the correct date of the conversation?
I will do that. And then the last.
Before you move on, General, Ms. Hassim, you've given these additional annexures. SS42, we know it's that transcript of the discussion. What is SS41 for the record? And I don't recall whether the supplementary SS46 that you referred to earlier, whether it was described for the record, because we didn't go to it. So if you would just say what it is.
I'll do so. SS41 is merely a placeholder for the actual audio recording. So we've just listened to SS41. Okay. SS42 is a transcript of that audio recording. And
you can come back to 46 if you're not able to say it now.
SS46 is the register that the General was referring to for the allocation of the car to his office.
Thank you.
The second example that I want to give, which is in fact criminal in nature. General Senthumule said to the commissioners in her testimony here that I was paranoid that I'm being investigated all the time. Now, what happened? And she said her gadgets were taken by the Hawks, her gadgets were taken by Pktt. What actually happened is that I applied to have a security threat assessment conducted for me because of the work that I was doing, especially coming back from the city of Joburg, where I had protectors due to the high level of corruption, the work that I was doing that side, and she rejected it. At that time, as I came in, I reported under her. Now she rejected it.
So she rejected what exactly?
My request. She disapproved it. The National Commissioner called her and said, but you can do it, because even myself, when I was there, at this level, I had protection. And then she said, she wrote there, I've got paperwork, and I think I attached it. She said, I need a policy that says I can do it. This is what she said. After quite some time, weeks later, I get a call from Department of Finance. Department of Finance is saying, General, we keep on getting these overtime claims about people that are bodyguarding you. Do you have protectors? I say, no, I don't have bodyguards. He said, but we've got this paperwork with her signature and staff officer's signature claiming overtime for me, for the protectors that are protecting me. People that I've never seen, their names are there, I know them, I've seen them. I've never met those people even to date. I have paperwork where overtime was paid, where paperwork was signed by her, together with a staff officer. Then what should a reasonable man under or in my position do? Is to report it. And I reported it to Pktt. So Pktt, please look into this. And I didn't want to maintain a bad relationship with her. I became neutral and unchanged. I continued to work with her as if everything is normal. Now, the bottom line is, I was not protected by those individuals. Here's paperwork with her signature. I wish it can be shown here, in fact, because I did submit it. However, what is important to note is that money was paid. I did not have those bodyguards. She signed together with the PA, with her staff officer. That's the bottom line. So those two on each, I want to just, Chair, I've got a number of issues that I want to raise in relation to this part of General Senthumule. Now, the difference that I had with General Senthumule is that I was after I was then promoted to become her boss now. The thing is, she came here, she was talking about, I've been the chair of this and I'm the chairperson of this, and in some of those I nominated to be the chair there, I sent her there. Now, I want to say, like the recent Interpol one in Cape Town, I'm the one who said we've got the National Assembly of Interpol represent us as the division, and she went and she was the one representing us there. But what I want to say is that each time we appoint someone to act as the acting divisional commissioner, because she's going all over the country to Malawi, every now and then she's going. When the person that I appoint to act, they will find 3-4 boxes with a lot of files. And you find that some of the due date have long passed, and then we are sitting with boxes that are unsigned, and the National Commissioner says, but what is going on? Why do I get this file 3 months later or some of the files are just lying and are not been signed. And some of them, she will take them home and they will spend weeks at her home. Now, I then wrote an email to all of them, including the component heads, that says, documents should not sit in any office for more than 48 hours. I must have it so that I can also sign, because I account to the National Commissioner.
And those HR issues now, this about boxes and so on, and how
I've
long
gotten-
they should or should not be kept. Are those not HR issues that should have been ventilated within SAPS? Do they bear relevance to what we are investigating?
Yes. What I'm saying is that I'm leading to, there's a number of things, including that what is being investigated, but something caused the situation to be the way it is, where I have to then, she said I'm a touch and go. Today you are in good terms, tomorrow you are not. But the problem is that I have to do my work. For me not to fail the National Commissioner, I also have to be strict on some instances. That's why I was saying this, Commissioner. But there's a number of issues that I've written here that I must point out. That is one of them. I'm moving to the next one, and I don't know if I've...
What I'll say is this. We don't want to be seen to be suppressing you on matters of criminality or alleged criminality, especially at a level as high as that of lieutenant generals, or generals for that matter, even if below lieutenant general. We would not want to be seen to be suppressing you on that. But looking at your statement, it's probably, it's certainly one of the longest, probably around the length of Minister Mkunu's. Yours and Minister Mkunu's are the longest we have had thus far. So that tells me that there must have been extensive consultations between you and your legal representatives. I'm surprised that you have all these additional issues which you want to add. And I'm wondering whether you did not inform your legal representatives about them. Because if you had and they are of relevance, I would imagine they would have been included here. But I go back to the point I made initially, which is that it would be the last thing we would want to do, that is to suppress you on allegations of criminality. But you appear to have a whole lot of things that you say you have notes on and which you say you want to add. I would say this, perhaps, Ms. Killian, perhaps it's best that you should have discussions with your client on these additional issues, because it gets difficult and it presents us with certain practical issues for us to first have to listen and then down the line decide, but do we want to get into files that have been delayed and been kept for 3 months and so on, and then we move on, we listen. We don't want to listen to that as well. It just presents us with difficulties.
Thank you, Chair. I understand what is raised, and this has been discussed with the witness. We will again raise it during the tea time. I think if he moves on his statement and keep those additional issues for discussions and consultation purposes.
The other option is for the witness, subject to your advice, of course, to furnish us with a supplementary statement that touches on all these issues.
If it is necessary, we will consider that position. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. General, please continue with your statement. So
Chair.
I again emphasize that we are not suppressing you on testifying on matters of criminality that bears relevance to our terms of relevance. But please take advice from your
I do, Chair. May I ask a question, Chair?
Yes.
Or just a comment, and this with respect as well. No, I'm not arguing. Please don't punish me for that, Chair. What I want to raise, Chair, is that from 6 July, when a statement was made about General Sibiya being a criminal, And when things were said by all the witnesses, many witnesses that came in, and just all of them panting, General Sibiya, and I know the commission is sitting here with General Sibiya, who is known to be this criminal. And I was also advised to keep quiet and you speak at the right time, at the right platform. Now I'm at the right platform where I'm supposed. I've kept quiet. They've brought many witnesses. Everything is about me. Even out there, the whole country watching me. And when I'm supposed to bring now my story, I'm going to leave here now not having brought their own story that relates to the work of the commission and the work that I am doing, or that I did that involved them, including even in criminal activities. Because it's bullet. I know there has been a lot of rush work because of the way the commission, the first lawyer that I dealt with resigned from the firm and left, and then she took over. Now the next thing is every now and then we're receiving piles and piles of files from the commission, even until the last hour. Now, when I write, I read the statement. On the side, I make notes. My team was saying to me, read your statement, and then make notes on the side. Now, I read my statement and I make notes on the things that I want to say as examples, because if I had to give it to them, it's going to be a very long document. So I thought some of the things I'll speak to. Now, if I am not able to point them out, I know my legal, like I said initially, she said to me, whatever that you want to say, let's discuss it first. But I thought some of these things will be relevant to the work that is being done by the commission. But I will take advice, Chair, from you with respect. I will then just for now keep quiet and then listen what the council will advise me on. I will read the statement. My only pain is that my story is not known and is not heard by the nation as it's supposed to be, because I know that it is not true and I have evidence. Somebody spoke about the BBL. And I know Commissioner Khumalo was also asking questions about the BBL. She reported to me she was sitting she could not sit in the car. She was lying in the car because she had to spend over 3 months without sitting.
Who's she?
General Senthumule. Now, I'm just saying there's a whole lot of things that one must talk to as we go along. It's a lot.
General, earlier I said, the idea is not to gag you on matters that bear relevance to what the commission is investigating, especially matters of criminality. That's the last thing we would want to do. But I am saying, and you say that you want the nation to know your story. You have told your story. Yes, you may have other detail. In the 90 pages of your statement, which, as I said, is one of the longest we have had, you have told your story, and you are going to go through that entire statement, and the nation will hear what you have to say. I'm making a simple point, and it is this. We listen to you, you tell us about matters of criminality, and then you move on to other issues, and these are not in your statement. You move on to other issues, one example being the question of the loads and loads of files, about which you raised a complaint. These have been kept for more than 3 months. Files should not be kept for this long. And I ask you, is that not an HR matter? We are going, if you have all of these stories which are not in your statement, we are going to be engaging on the relevance of some of those stories. And we are going to waste time in the process. I make a simple suggestion to you, which I also make to Ms. Killian, your advocate. And I say, please confer with Ms. Killian Ms. Killian, as your legal advisor, will advise you which ones of those matters are relevant and should therefore be raised with the Commission. She will also even advise you whether the best way of doing that is by way of a supplementary statement or by way of you giving testimony here about them. I see no unfairness at all in that.
Thank you very much,
I see no
Chair.
unfairness
Thank
at
you, Chair.
all. Thank you.
I'll proceed, Chair.
Please.